So as long as it doesn't have to turn too sharp, this thing steers on its own. It's got this navigation here that likes to keep moving. It doesn't want to stay there. So we got the navigation. It controls the steering. You can't see it. It doesn't move the steering wheel. It controls the hydraulics inside the steering wheel. So I'm mowing with this, my second day at this new job, mowing with this Schulte mower. It's a Schulte FX 530, I think. It's my previous employer's mower. You can see me over here. This is my channel. My name is Trevor Struthers. I'm a 5th generation wheat farmer in Walla Walla County, Washington State. I don't work for my family farm. I was born a 5th generation wheat farmer, but no longer am I. Now I'm a hired hand, working for the neighbors. This channel is dedicated to all things farming. Everything's farming related, or everything farming related. Everything is farming related, but that's not what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I'm mowing because this is going to be planted. This is pea ground. This was peas this year. It'll be planted into winter wheat this month. It's September. So I'm mowing these big weeds so they don't plug up. These weeds are starting to get a little bit immune to the spray, let's say, because these were sprayed and all it did was knock them back a little bit. I mean, heck, Roundup doesn't even have glyphosate anymore. Just so many things are resistant to Roundup. But in my lifetime, we will have stopped using Roundup. We'll probably have stopped using chemicals in my lifetime, and not because there's something newer and more fancy, but because we'll go back to the old way of doing things. Back when you chisel everything. You chisel it, fertilize it, rod weed it, and then come through and seed it. The mowing was done right after. Mowing's always been a thing. It used to be like a flail mower. It's more like a shredder, like a rotor. It wasn't like a deck, like a rotary deck. It was like lucky for you guys, I found a flail mower. This is what I'm talking about. There's a drum up under here. There's a drum up in here. See on these chains? There's these flails. This is a little eye of a chain, and then these flails. Those spin this whole drum. I probably can't get it to do it. No, this whole drum spins like this, and these hit it at the ground level. So this is able to take rocks better. If that makes any sense. This is just a deck mower. It's not much different than your mower that you got under your riding lawn mower. Very similar, except this one's PTO driven from this tractor. That's just an implement. It's not its own thing. This is a self-propelled mower. Such things I don't believe they don't exist in farming. There's self-propelled a lot of things, but there's no self-propelled mowers. You guys got them in your yards, but we don't got them out here. We got self-propelled sprayers, self-propelled combines. There was even a self-propelled bank out or grain cart once, but no longer. Self-propelled meaning it's an implement with its own propulsion system. Where this is a tractor that pulls an implement. So I'm not at anything steep right here. This field just ain't very steep. We'll be getting into it later on though. There's some steeper stuff. I just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know that, yep, still working at this new job. I've had it since last Friday. Well, I started last Friday. Oh man, what's been on my mind this morning? Farming. But not in a good way. Not like, oh, farming, you know, we're growing this, we're doing that. No, I'm thinking about how it's not even financially possible for me to start a farm at this moment because the price of wheat is so low and the price of everything else is so high, all the inputs, that it's costing people money to farm. It's costing like $5 an acre to farm. So it's no big deal when you got 1,000 acres, that's $5,000. Oh well. You got 10,000 acres, now you're starting to have more of a problem. That's $50,000 it costs you to do business this year. So hopefully you had 50,000 saved up or more, because it's 2 years in a row now, so you would have needed 100,000. And these are bumper crops. Just wait till we have a medium crop
with these same prices, or maybe the prices even go lower, you're going to see probably like 80% of all the farmers in this region go bankrupt to stop farming. All this will go to just solid weeds, and the U.S. will do something else because we just can't keep up with the price of fuel, the price of labor. The price of this equipment is way higher than in any of these other countries that are trying to compete with us, but it's an open market, free trade system or whatever. So our grains all go overseas, and then we don't even need them. So that's interesting, huh? We're not very self-sufficient out here. That's what I'm talking about, growing hemp, and every farmer around here looks at me a little bit cross-eyed. Like, oh yeah, sure you do, Trevor. Of course you want to grow some weed. I'm like, dude, that's something different. But I mean, I'd be down to grow that too if there wasn't all the restrictions. I'm just talking about growing some hemp for fibers. I'm not talking about growing flower for product, sell CBD or nothing like that. THC, nothing. Just hemp fibers. Maybe make some textiles or something. Sell some hemp seeds. I've seen this header. If I can find the video, I'll put it right here. So this header I'm talking about, it goes in front of a regular combine, and it's like a dual header, one over the other. The top one collects it, and then the seeds go into the bin, and then the rest of it, the whole stem of the plant, that all gets taken up inside the combine and thrown out the back. So there's like two separations going on, which is pretty cool. It's a McDonald header too, which is pretty surprising. I don't know, McDonald was into hemp production, but I'm sure if there's a need for it, they'll sell you one. So I'm looking out here towards Starbuck, not far from Pomeroy, about the same distance from, somebody's running something over there. I don't remember what I passed coming in here. Maybe that's my fuel truck. I don't know. Somebody's supposed to be bringing me fuel, so that'll be cool. So devious and underhanded and two-faced, they just don't come out and say the thing they're about. Me, I am. I'm about what I'm about. I say what I'm about. That's why I'm so goddamn popular here on the internet. Yeah, super based content gets all the love on the internet. Like, nobody hates it. Everybody's like, oh, it's so muy auténtico. Yo es muy simpático. I don't know what that means, but I don't think that's true. Maybe. Maybe if it means sad. But you know what? Not everybody's going to be a farmer on the scale that everybody else is, so. The farm I worked for before this was about 10,000 owned acres. The farm before that, 10,000 farmed acres and only about 1,000 owned. And then before that, 20,000 acres, maybe 10,000 owned. And then before that, I was working for myself. I was in the commodities business. With that one, inputs were real low. In Detroit, I'll tell you right now, inputs are real low, profits are real high.